आपसी जो सौहार्द है अलग अलग समुदायों में, उसके बिगाड़ने की बात ना सोचें।
फिर भी आपको लगता है कि इन सब के पीछे शिक्षण संस्थानों का राजनीतिकरण कहीं ना कहीं ज्यादा हावी है?
जी,
क्योंकि इस तरह के विवाद की स्थिति बनती है तो हम देखते हैं कि राजनीति उस पर होती है और राजनीति में भी एक सत्ता पक्ष और एक विपक्ष आमने सामने होते हैं, क्योंकि विचारधारा की बात होती है। तो शिक्षण संस्थानों में, शिक्षा के मंदिर में, जहां पर अध्ययन पठन पाठन का काम हो, उसमें यदि राजनीति शुरू होगी तो आपको लगता है कि ये जो स्थिति है विवाद की, ये उसका एक बड़ा कारण?
बिल्कुल, मैं इसमें समझता हूँ। देखिए, यूनिवर्सिटी और इंस्टीट्यूशनल कैंपसेस को बैटल ग्राउंड ऑफ आइडियाज बनना चाहिए, नॉट आइडियोलॉजीज। विचारधारा का, संघर्ष का केंद्र नहीं, विचारों का, नए नए विचार जो हमारे समाज को, हमारे देश को नई ऊंचाई ले जाएं, उसका जो है केंद्र बनना चाहिए। आपसी झगड़े का, आपसी जो है आपस में विवाद का, आपस में जो है सौहार्दहीनता का, आपस में जो है संघर्ष का एक केंद्र नहीं बनना चाहिए। शिक्षा जो है लोगों को मुझे लगता है लक्ष्य से हम बिल्कुल हट नहीं सकते।
तो भारतीय शिक्षा जिसके लिए कहा जाता है तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, भारतीय शिक्षा जो संदेश देती हो प्रतिबंधन, जो कहती हो विद्या विनयेन शोभते, निश्चित रूप से शिक्षण संस्थानों की क्या है और उन चुनौतियों से निपटने में शिक्षण संस्थानों की भूमिका कितनी महत्वपूर्ण हो सकती। लोकसभा टीवी की इस विशेष प्रस्तुति में इतना ही। मुझे मेरी पूरी टीम के साथ दीजिए इजाजत। नमस्कार।
Lights, please. So this was an interview with your DG and बहुत शांत बैठे हैं आप लोग। Once again, a very good morning to one and all. Good morning का जवाब good morning से देना चाहिए आपको। Good morning all of you. That's it. ये लग रहा है आप IIMC के students हैं। And dear students, as we have already met during counseling session and we talked about so many things regarding what is the end result of, what should be the end result of education and what should be the difference between freedom and discipline. याद है सबको? बात की थी हमने? Commitment की और promise की. What is the difference between these two? याद है? Thank you. So, it has been raining for a few days. बारिश हो रही है और rain means different for different people. For workers, for the persons roaming on the road, the meaning of rain is different. And for अभी बीच में मैं विराम देना चाहूंगी। डीजी सर आ गए हैं, एक बार जोरदार तालियां। Please have your seat, sir. ADG sir साथ में, please have your seats. So, dear students, बारिश का मतलब अलग अलग होता है और मुझे याद आ रहा है, just I'm remembering that 16 जून, कैसी वो बरसात थी। वो 16 जून की रात थी। केदारनाथ की वादी में उस रात हुई बर्बादी में कितनी लाशें दफन हुई, बिन अर्थी बिन कफन हुई। सबने वो मंजर देखा था, वो प्रलय का खंजर देखा था। सब तक पहुंची वो पुकार, लाया था वो था पत्रकार। जो दुर्गम जगहों पर जाते हैं, हम तक खबरें पहुंचाते हैं। सच के पीछे भी सच है, ये समझ हमें दे जाते हैं। मुश्किल राहों के राही हैं, कलम के वो सिपाही हैं। बड़े अद्भुत से जीव हैं, पर लोकतंत्र की नींव है। सच्चाई हो सच्चाई, सच्चाई बस सच्चाई हो जिसका पैगाम, वैसी निर्भीक पत्रकारिता को इस मंच का सलाम, आप सबका सलाम, हम सबका सलाम। Before starting the session, we always believe in light. तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, हमेशा हम अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर चलते हैं। I would invite all the faculty members, DG sir, ADG sir, please come on the stage for lighting the lamp.
महाभद्रा महामाया वरप्रदा श्रीवरदा पद्मनिलया पद्माक्षी पद्मवक्त्रका शिवानुजा पुस्तकभृत् ज्ञानमुद्रा रमापरा कामरूपा महाविद्या महापातकनाशिनी।
Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats on the podium. So, dear students, we are here for communication. प्रश्न है मौन का अनुवाद का, प्रश्न है इंसान से इंसान के संवाद का. So here, without wasting time, I would invite our DG sir for welcome address. DG sir, please come on the podium. Join your hands together. Sir will talk about English journalism also and RTV course also.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just big clap for them, our development journalism students.
Namaskar, good morning, and a warm welcome to all of you. Very warm welcome to the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Indian Institute of Mass Communication, which is India's communication think tank, India's premier media training institution, and in terms of its presence in the world of communication, it's one of the finest training institutions in the world. Friends, the institution was established in 1965 as an institution as per the UNESCO recommendations for training of the Central Information Service officers. And gradually we embarked on a journey. Now we have completed 52 years, and those 52 years have been full of landmarks. And I'm really happy to welcome all of you here. You are joining the IIMC Parivar, the big IIMC family, which is spread across the world. There is no corner of India or the world whenever I go, I see, I meet a lot of students from the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. And they include even those who have undertaken or participated in short-term programs. As you may be aware, that since 1969, we have trained over 1,600 mid-career journalists from 127 countries. And yet another batch of development journalism scholars from different countries are present here today to be part of our development journalism program. Apart from that, we are, Professor, please. Apart from that, we are the Academy for the Indian Information Service. The Indian Information Service, as you are aware, are the officers who look after the government's communication, the implementation of the government's communication strategy, the policies and programs. They are engaged in the dissemination of government's policies and programs. As officers in the Press Information Bureau, All India Radio, Doordarshan, and different media units of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. We have in this panel also two serving Indian Information Service officers, our Additional Director General, Shri Mayank Kumar Agarwal, and our Associate Professor, Shri Nimish Rustagi. Both of them are from the Indian Information Service. Can you please say hello? Both of them, and of course, we have a former IAS officer who is also an associate professor, Dr. Anand Pradhan. All of them got their training here, and subsequently today they are serving their own institution, their own alma mater. Can there be a matter of greater pride than this? And apart from the Indian Information Service officers, we are the training academy, as I said, for the IAS, like the IAS Academy in Mussoorie and the IPS Academy in Hyderabad. We are the academy for the Indian Information Service. We also train Group B officers of the Indian Information Service. I'm sure some of you would be taking part in the civil service examinations and becoming part of the Indian Information Service in the coming days. And we will be delighted to welcome you once again as trainees of the Indian Information Service. This apart from training foreign journalists, we are also the Communication Training Academy for the armed forces of this country. Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, paramilitary forces, police forces, state government officers, officers of the public sector undertakings undergo their communication training at the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. We also offer short-term courses right from new media to community radio. This apart, we have got a full-fledged Department of Communication Research, which is Asia's first dedicated department for communication research, which is headed by one of our most distinguished faculty, Professor Dr. Geeta Bamzai, who is with us. Yes, again, one more connect is that she is also an alumni of the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. We have a full-fledged publication division. We used to bring out some of the best textbooks and publications about communications, and we are reviving it in a big way. And that department is headed by Dr. Sunetra Sen Narayan, who is with us today. We bring out two of India's most prestigious communication journals. You will be getting it as part of your course material. They are The Communicator and Sanchar Madhyam in Hindi. They are quarterly, peer-reviewed and UGC-approved journals and some of the most eminent academicians in the country contribute to that. At one point or the another, most of our faculty members have been part of it, and today the English communicator is being looked after by Professor Vijay Parmar, who is our senior most professor and Dean Academics, and the Hindi volume, that is Sanchar Madhyam, is being looked after by Professor Hemant Joshi, who is also with us today. Professor Hemant Joshi is also the head of the department for Hindi and Urdu journalism. Friends, this apart, we have the Community Radio Empowerment and Resource Center, which is one of the major initiatives taken by us. Because community radio, you will come to know subsequently, is one of the most effective tools of development communication, of reaching out to the people in the farthest corners of the country and serving the community, preserving its unique identity, and providing a platform for redressal of their grievances, to disseminate information regarding developmental programs. We are proud that we have one of the most efficient and competent community radio stations in Delhi NCR, that is Apna Radio 96.9. And that Apna Radio 96.9 is headed by our head of programming, Shri Rajendra Chugh. Chugh Sahab. Now, you must be very familiar, particularly those who have been avid radio listeners, with his very popular voice. अब आप राजेंद्र चुग से समाचार सुनेंगे. He was the chief news reader with All India Radio, and today he is also serving as the course coordinator for the radio and television program. This apart, as I said, the Community Radio Empowerment and Resource Center is there, wherein we, in 2002, when this policy was formulated, the target was to set up at least 4,000 community radio stations across the country. But unfortunately, there are currently only 206 community radio stations. Now, that is why the Community Radio Empowerment and Resource Center was set up. The whole idea is to create a whole generation of entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, who can set up these community radio stations across the country and serve as a resource center. That's the whole idea of setting up this Community Radio Empowerment and Resource Center. We have also recently set up the National Media Faculty Development Program, which again is headed by Dr. Sunetra Sen Narayan. Dr. Sunetra Narayan has been entrusted with the task of preparing media faculty across the country with the latest updates in the field of communication education, so that the same excellence, standards of excellence which we maintain at the Indian Institute of Mass Communication percolates down to every media education institution in the country. That is the whole objective. Coming back to Indian Institute of Mass Communication's main programs, friends, as I said, some of the biggest names in media industry hail from this institution. We are often, why I gave you all this background is because I don't want you to treat yourself as a product of just another J school. This is not just another J school. So when people seek to make comparisons, comparing with this school or that school, media school, no, you're not part of any just another school. You're part of one of the greatest institutions in this country. So have that sense of pride that you belong to one of the greatest institutions of this country, which has changed the media discourse in this country. And we are working on a lot of initiatives like the new communication policy. I mean, you name it, and we are doing it. We have got 6 campuses across the country. New Delhi being the headquarters, We have got our northern regional campus in Jammu, the southern regional campus in Kottayam, Kerala, the eastern regional campus in Dhenkanal, Odisha, which is our oldest campus. And this year, we are celebrating the silver jubilee of the Dhenkanal campus. We have the western regional campus in Amravati, Maharashtra, and the northeastern regional campus in Aizawl, Mizoram. Now, these campuses, except for Dhenkanal, have been teaching our flagship program, that is English journalism. But from this academic session, we are launching 2 new programs: Marathi journalism from our Amravati campus and Malayalam journalism from our Kottayam, Kerala campus. We are promoting language journalism for the simple reason that today more and more people, as they become literate, aware, they are wanting to read, write, see, watch, listen to news in their own respective languages. So there is a tremendous growth in regional language media. And there they require a lot of talented, excellent, trained professionals. That is why we are training those people in the specific languages, so that these campuses also become relevant to the states from where they are functioning. Friends, we are also setting up in Mumbai Asia's first institution of its kind, the National Center for Excellence in Animation, Visual Effects, Gaming and Comics. This is a 160 crore project coming up in Mumbai Film City. We have got the land from the Maharashtra government, about 20 acres, and we hope to produce about 1,600 professionals from this institution's once it is set up. This is the first institute under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which would be in the PPP model. That's public-private partnership. We have already partnered with FICCI and this, and we are scouting for an international partner. And once it happens, we are going to now expand into the new horizons of media. You have seen Bahubali 2. You have seen how kids are obsessed with cartoon programs, particularly those made in Japan. You have Shin-chan and Doraemon and all those kids. The kids are, all the time so obsessed with it. So we feel that Indian animation sector needs a lot of professional, and as per the skill gap, we require by 2022, we require about 16,000 professionals. And we don't have that trained manpower. And that's why the NCOE is being set up. In Delhi, we are offering English journalism, development journalism for mid-career journalists from developing countries. And that course is, again, headed by Dr. Anand Pradhan, who is the course director for development journalism. We have the English journalism program. The course director for English journalism, Dr. Anubhuti Yadav, she is currently in the US. She should be back by 4th. Until then, we of course all would be there for you, but we have a new course coordinator, Ms. Mitali Mahanti Ghosh. Mitali. She will be coordinating with you and assisting you and guiding you in terms of, she is also somebody who comes with a lot of experience in media. She has been a news agency journalist like me, and she brings with her a lot of experience, and she'll be there to guide you. And from the next week onwards, we will have Dr. Anubhuti Yadav back in our midst. The Advertising and Public Relations Department, again, one of our prestigious courses here. It's being headed by Dr. Surbhi Dahiya, who is also the Dean Students Welfare. She's traveling. She will be, of course, She's in the United States as part of a program. And you see, all our faculty members keep traveling for the simple reason that they are upgrading their knowledge, they are upgrading their skills so that they can give you more content, they can update you with what is happening, the latest in the world. And she will also be coming back around late August. And till then, our Additional Director General, Shri Mayank Agrawal, would be looking after, since he is an authority on government communication, having worked in different departments of the Government of India. He would be doing the hand-holding for you. Hindi journalism, we have Hindi and Urdu is being looked after by Professor Hemant Joshi. Professor Hemant Joshi, of course, is on leave right now, but that shows his commitment, that even while being on leave, he has come today because he did not want to miss out on you. He wanted to be there with you on your first day. Dr. Joshi would keep coming, but we have requested Shri Nimish Rustagi, who is again an associate professor here. He is from the Indian Information Service. We have requested him to do that hand-holding till Dr. Joshi is able to join us and devote his entire time for you. As I said, Professor Geeta Bamzai is with us. She is an authority on communication research. She will be guiding you. Apart from that, she is also the chairperson of the Internal Complaints Committee, which has been set up in this institution as part of the Supreme Court's Vishaka judgment. And we have a zero tolerance policy towards sexual harassment. There have been instances where students have been suspended for violating the guidelines, and she is there always to guide you, to address your grievances. As I said, Mr. Chugh is already here with you. He will be giving you hands-on training in community radio. And this time we are very particular that we have, our students go out to the rural areas, to the urban slums, and make programs and that's not just for radio television students, all departments. You should have more hands-on training. We have our own studio. We have got our own press, printing press. It's a small city within. We have got a small tuck shop here, which takes care of your urgent requirement. We have medical facilities also here. We have a wellness center. And in this context, we have doctors from allopathy, Ayurveda, homeo, who come here regularly in case you have any problems, you can consult them. The timings you will come to know from our support staff, and they will guide you in that. So in case of any medical problem, you can, even day scholars, they can go to the wellness center and you can talk to the doctor. They come here daily, regularly. We have also, from the last session, because we know that you go through a lot of stress related to career, related to, to your own, you are all youngsters, and there are a lot of issues involving youngsters. There could be adjustment problems. Many of you are coming from remote places. You are coming from different backgrounds. So we have a clinical psychologist, Karthik Gupta. Karthik, can you just stand up? Karthik sits at the wellness center. He will be coming once or twice a week, depending on your requirement. You are free to meet him. He's a youngster like all of you, and he will be able to, I won't say he's not there to solve problems, but he will enable you to solve your own problems. Because the problems and the solutions are with us only. He will just show you the way how to find solutions to your problems. So we have a clinical psychologist. We have a yoga room also. We have a full-fledged, one person devoted to training you in yoga. In case there is nothing mandatory about it, in case you are interested in learning yoga, particularly our development journalism scholars, I'm sure some of you are already into yoga, and those of you are not there, you are most welcome. We have we have a dedicated team of academic associates and assistants who are here. They will be there in terms of whenever you go to your classroom, and officers who will be there to guide you in the event of your having any problems, administrative, academic. While the teachers would be teaching you, our academic associates who themselves are experts from their own fields, they will be helping you out with practicals and assisting you. And I would like to introduce you to some of the key officials and academic staff present here. Of course, one-stop shop for all of you is Mr. Raghuvinder Chawla, academic coordinator. Please, Chawla ji. Chawla ji is always there to guide you in terms of any administrative issues. If you have any problems, please feel free to contact him. We have Ms. Vishnu Priya Pandey. She is there as a student relation executive. Most of you have, she will be coordinating with you with regard to, we have a lot of cultural activities also here. So she will be coordinating with you regarding that. And I've already introduced Mitali. And now from the radio television department, we have Mr. Nadeem Ahmed. Nadeem is there. Nadeem comes from a print and television background, and in radio television, he will be of great help to you. We have Krishan from the Hindi journalism. Krishan ji, आप जो हिंदी पत्रकारिता के छात्र हैं, आपको हर तरह के मार्गदर्शन के लिए कृष्ण जी उपलब्ध हैं. For the Urdu journalism students, do we have Mohammad Kamran? Kamran? Yes. Mohammad Kamran, for the students of Urdu journalism. Kamran is again a product of Indian Institute of Mass Communication. So he is the academic associate for Urdu journalism. And who else is there? Mitali we have already introduced. Oh yes, okay. Okay, Mitali is also from IIMC. Yes, Nadeem is also from IIMC. Well, all of us are from IIMC. I have been teaching at IIMC for the last 20 years, right? I became DG only last year. We have Mamita Panda. Miss Mamita Panda. Mamita is there with the development journalism course, and DJ scholars, please, Mamita, stand up for the benefit of the DJ scholars. She is there with you. We have Soumya. Who else is there? Soumya. Soumya is from community radio, Apna radio. She is there to assist you. Soumya is also from IIMC. And then who else is there? If anybody else I have left out, Chavi? Where is Chavi? Okay, Chavi is there. Chavi is with advertising and public relations. And also we have Suvidhi. Suvidhi is from advertising and public relations. She is also from Indian Institute of Mass Communication. Okay, so, well, we do provide placement to our own people. Oh yes, Medhavi. Medhavi, come. Medhavi is also there. Medhavi is right now assisting the DSW and Student Relation Executive. Medhavi is also there. And of course, we have Jairaj is there. Jairaj? No? Mr. Jairaj is there in the radio television department. In terms of any administrative work, you can always contact him. Where are the DG office staff? Anybody is here? Yes. Please come. You see, we have a proper, I will come to the redressal system subsequently, but first you should go and talk to, in case you have any problems, talk to your academic associates. If it doesn't get solved, then go to the course coordinator. Again, if it is not solved, go to the course director. And only then you should go further up. Okay. And in the event of any such problem, you are most welcome to my office. In my office, I have two of these gentlemen who are there. Mr. Krishna Murari Sharma, Senior PS, he will be there. And also our protocol assistant, Mr. Bhuvan Chand. They are the people with whom you can interact in the event of any problem. God forbid you should not have any problems, right? And I think that most of them have been introduced. And now, friends, just a couple of issues before I want you to listen to all the people here. I'm sure ADG has already talked to you about the programs. We have lined up a program for you in which today we are going to, some of you can join because there is a paucity of space. We have the launch of the Marathi journalism program at our mini auditorium. That's Lokmanya Tilak mini auditorium. Lokmanya Tilak was one of India's greatest freedom fighters and also an icon in terms of journalism. How in India, journalism began, I would say, of course, you will be learning about James Augustus Hickey and all that, but journalism started as a mission in this country. And Lokmanya Tilak was one of those missionaries who got into journalism to fight against the colonial forces for India's independence. And he proudly declared that Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it at any cost. Swaraj mera janam siddha adhikar hai. And we are honoring him today. Today also happens to be his Punyatithi or his death anniversary. And today we are honoring him by unveiling a bust at the Lokmanya Tilak mini auditorium. The Minister of State for Home, Mr. Hansraj Ahir, he is coming to unveil the bust and launch the Marathi journalism program, which will be through our Skype. We will be connected to Amravati Center, and there the course would be inaugurated. Tomorrow, the orientation program will begin with a session on media today and tomorrow by Dr. A. Surya Prakash, one of the senior most journalists in the country and chairman of Prasar Bharati. Prasar Bharati, for the first time last year, we were able to persuade them to come to the campus for campus placements. And they have assured us that given the mammoth task that they are interested with, including Doordarshan, All India Radio, which is one of the biggest networks in the world, they will be happy to absorb more of our students. So Dr. Surya Prakash would be addressing the first valedictory session. Tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m., we will be having, again, one of the biggest names in Hindi journalism, Shri Alok Mehta, editor, Outlook. He will be coming here. On third morning, we will have, again, a very, very relevant name in internet media, and that's Subi Chaturvedi. Subi will be addressing you. She is young, passionate, and she has made a mark for herself. She will be talking to you. In the afternoon, post-lunch session, for a change, we are bringing out that we have decided that in every orientation program, we will be inviting one of our alumni who has made a mark for himself or herself. As I said, some of the biggest names in the industry are from this institute. And on third afternoon at 3 p.m., we will be having Nidhi Razdan from NDTV in our midst. On fourth, again, there is a musical tribute to our soldiers in this campus here in the auditorium. Those of you who are interested and who can wake up and reach here by 8:39, because there will be limited seats, you can join. Otherwise, your departments would be holding programs for you. But in the afternoon, we will have a very well-known theater personality, well-known person from the world of advertising, Avijit Dutt, who will be interacting with you on fourth afternoon. So that's how we have planned out the academic session for you. And I'm sure that this is the beginning of a fruitful journey that you are embarking at the Indian Institute of Mass Communication. I would be having, as I said, I've been teaching in this institution for the last 20 years. And in fact, one of the objectives behind my joining here, because I was in Doordarshan, and one of the attractions of joining here was that because I love to teach. But unfortunately, I never knew that I was falling into a trap, an administrative trap. And I've got so engrossed with so much of administrative work that I hardly get time to, teach my students, which is my passion. But off and on, I do come, but then they are all there to guide you. Some of our other faculty members who are also authorities on their respective subjects, they are not present here because they are on leave. We have Professor Mukul Sharma, who is again an authority on development journalism, an author. He has worked with several NGOs. And then we have Ms. Shashwati Goswami. She has experience from All India Radio, British Broadcasting Corporation, and she also comes with a lot of experience. And they are our, faculty members who will be interacting with you. And of course, we have a very, very strong panel of people from the industry, some of the big names from the industry who come and interact with you on a regular basis. And just a couple of things I just want you to remember. Please remember that we are a professional program. Put you to an have done it very well. Please remember that the Constitution of India.
दोस्तों, किसी तकनीकी खराबी के चलते आप भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में शैक्षणिक सत्र 2017-18 के उद्घाटन समारोह का प्रसारण नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं। हमें इसके लिए खेद है, लेकिन जैसे ही संपर्क हमारा जुड़ता है, हम आपको सीधे ले चलते हैं सभागार में। अभी प्रयास हो रहे हैं कि हम सीधे आपको सभागार में ले जाएं और वहां पर हो रहे उद्घाटन समारोह का आपको सीधा प्रसारण सुनवाएं। आप अभी सुन ही रहे थे कि भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के महानिदेशक श्री के जी सुरेश अभी इस सत्र में आए विद्यार्थियों को संबोधित कर रहे थे, भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के अलग-अलग डिपार्टमेंट्स के बारे में विवरण दे रहे थे और साथ में जो भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान की फैकल्टी है और जितनी भी सुविधाएँ भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में हैं, उनसे विद्यार्थियों को रूबरू करवा रहे थे। फिलहाल ये प्रसारण अभी जारी है और अभी भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में कार्यक्रम चल रहा है। कोशिश हमारी है कि आपको सीधे कार्यक्रम का प्रसारण सुनवाएँ, लेकिन कुछ तकनीकी दिक्कत के चलते आप को अभी ये कार्यक्रम सुनने में थोड़ी बाधा महसूस हो रही होगी, लेकिन हमारा प्रयास है कि हम आपको सीधे ऑडिटोरियम से जुड़ें। दोस्तों, आपको मालूम है आज 1 अगस्त है और आज यानी 1 अगस्त से भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में 2017-18 का शैक्षणिक सत्र शुरू हो रहा है। आप जानते हैं कि IIMC यानी इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मास कम्युनिकेशन कम्युनिकेशन की फील्ड में, पत्रकारिता के क्षेत्र में अलग-अलग कोर्सेज़ करवाता है और हर साल भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा करने के लिए बहुत से विद्यार्थी आवेदन करते हैं और प्रवेश परीक्षा और साक्षात्कार के बाद विद्यार्थियों का चयन होता है और मुख्य तौर पर 4 कोर्सेज में स्टूडेंट्स एडमिशन लेते हैं।
Opportunity to interact with you in the coming days, but once again, as I said, that I feel so proud whenever I go out anywhere in India and abroad when I see an IIMC alumni. In fact, last year, me and Professor Joshi traveled to Colombo, and the Director General of the Government Communication of the Government of Sri Lanka is an alumni of
दोस्तों, हमारा प्रयास है कि इस तकनीकी दिक्कत को जल्द से जल्द दूर करें और आपको प्रसारण बिना किसी बाधा के सुनवाएं, लेकिन कुछ तकनीकी परेशानी के चलते आपको बार-बार ये
is across the world.
हो रही है।
And I'm really delighted to welcome all of you. And once again, and I'm sure I wish you the very best in the academic session. And I'm sure that sitting here today are among them are the finest journalists this country and this world is going to see in the coming days. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
दोस्तों, अभी आपने सुना भारतीय जनसंचार
Thank you very much,
संस्थान
sir,
के निदेशक
for your
महानिदेशक श्री
such an informative and enlightening
विद्यार्थियों के लिए
introduction of IIMC. It's a matter of pride for all of us to get associated with IIMC. I would like to invite our ADG Shri Mayank Agrawal to address the gathering on institutional mechanism and ad and PR. Give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, Vishnupriya. Respected Director General, esteemed members of the faculty, staff of IIMC, and overall my dear students.
दोस्तों, अभी आप संबोधन सुन रहे हैं भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के अपर महानिदेशक श्री मयंक अग्रवाल का विद्यार्थियों के लिए संबोधन। लेकिन फिर से किसी तकनीकी दिक्कत के चलते इस संबोधन का हिस्सा हम आपको नहीं सुनवा पा रहे हैं। हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जल्दी से जल्दी इस समस्या को दूर कर लिया जाए और सीधे आपको सभागार से अपर महानिदेशक श्री मयंक अग्रवाल का संबोधन विद्यार्थियों के लिए संबोधन सुनवाएं।
Has been rated as number 1 in many of the surveys. I will just quote the week.
दोस्तों,
Pride in our institute.
इसी तकनीकी समस्या के चलते ये संबोधन अभी बाधित हो रहा है, लेकिन हम पूरी कोशिश के साथ कि आपको इस समारोह में जो अपर महानिदेशक श्री मयंक अग्रवाल का संबोधन चल रहा है, उसका प्रसारण सुनवाएं।
Off limits. I remember a quote by Napoleon Bonaparte. I fear
संस्थान के सभागार में अभी समारोह चल रहा है, ये उद्घाटन समारोह है भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के 2017-18 के शैक्षणिक सत्र का। और अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम पर आप इस समारोह का सीधा प्रसारण सुन रहे हैं, लेकिन कुछ तकनीकी समस्या के चलते आप इस बार बार इस प्रसारण में बाधा आ रही है। हम आपको बता दें कि आज 1 अगस्त से नए सत्र का उद्घाटन समारोह है और आज 3 बजे से ही, यानी आज दोपहर 3 बजे आप अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम पर ही सभागार से सीधे एक और कार्यक्रम सुनने वाले हैं। आज भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में ही मराठी पत्रकारिता का भी उद्घाटन समारोह होगा, जो कि 3 बजे से होगा। ये समारोह भी IIMC के सभागार जो महात्मा गांधी मंच है वहां से ही होगा और इस उद्घाटन समारोह का प्रसारण भी हम आपको अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम पर सीधे सुनवाएंगे। तो आप इंतजार करिएगा इस प्रसारण को सुनने के लिए। लेकिन इस कार्यक्रम के बाद, यानी अभी जब आप उद्घाटन समारोह का सीधा प्रसारण सुन रहे हैं, इस कार्यक्रम के बाद आप जो हमारे नियमित कार्यक्रम होते हैं अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम पर जो आप सुनते हैं वो आप सुनेंगे। लेकिन 3 बजे से आप सीधे लाइव जो प्रसारण है मराठी पत्रकारिता का उद्घाटन समारोह वो सुनेंगे। अभी फिलहाल हम आपको फिर से बता दें कि IIMC के महात्मा गांधी मंच पर अभी उद्घाटन समारोह जो शैक्षणिक सत्र है 2017-18 का वो चल रहा है, उसका सीधा प्रसारण हम अभी सुन रहे थे। बीच में कुछ तकनीकी परेशानी के चलते ये प्रसारण बाधित हुआ, लेकिन कोशिश है कि आपको लगातार इस प्रसारण की जो भी अपडेट्स हैं वो हम देते रहें। अभी हमने देखा कि महानिदेशक भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान श्री KG सुरेश ने विद्यार्थियों को संबोधित किया। उन्होंने कोर्स का, जितने भी कोर्स करवाए जाते हैं भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में, उनका परिचय स्टूडेंट्स को दिया। साथ ही जो भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान की फैकल्टी है उनसे भी विद्यार्थियों का परिचय करवाया। भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में विद्यार्थियों के लिए सुविधाएं क्या क्या हैं इस बारे में भी विद्यार्थियों को बताया। इसके अलावा भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान की उपलब्धियों के बारे में भी विद्यार्थियों को अवगत करवाया। तो भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के महानिदेशक के संबोधन में हमने काफ़ी सारी बातें जानी। इस संबोधन के बाद हमने अपर महानिदेशक श्री मयंक अग्रवाल के संबोधन को सुना, लेकिन अभी वो संबोधन चल रहा है, हम आपको बता दें। और उस संबोधन से जैसे ही हम कनेक्ट होते हैं, जैसे ही हमारा संपर्क स्थापित होता है, हम सीधे आपको भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के सभागार में ले चलेंगे और उनका संबोधन सुनवाएंगे। अभी कुछ देर तक ये कार्यक्रम चलने वाला है और आप जानते ही हैं कि भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान 4 कोर्स के अलावा जो डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म है, विकास पत्रकारिता है, जिसमें कि विदेशी पत्रकार, फॉरेन जर्नलिस्ट हर साल आते हैं और 6 महीने का एक कोर्स करते हैं। तो उस कोर्स का भी एक तरह से कहें कि उद्घाटन समारोह आज ही है। तो भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में 4 पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा कोर्सेज और डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म के का जो 6 महीने का डिप्लोमा कोर्स है, उसका, उन दोनों कोर्सेज का उद्घाटन समारोह अभी चल रहा है। तो हम कोशिश हमारी जारी है कि आपको इस प्रसारण से जोड़ें और इस के बारे में आपको बताएं। अभी फिर से हमारे पास सूचना आई है कि 3 बजे से भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में जो मराठी पत्रकारिता का उद्घाटन समारोह होने वाला है, उसमें आपका को लाइव कार्यक्रम से हम जोड़ेंगे। तो अभी इस कार्यक्रम में वक्त है, लेकिन अभी जो कार्यक्रम चल रहा है वो अभी 2017-18 के शैक्षणिक सत्र का उद्घाटन समारोह चल रहा है। तो कोशिश हमारी कि जल्द से जल्द आपको इस समारोह से जोड़ें और प्रसारण आपको सुनवाएं। अभी हमने आपको बताया कि आज भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के जो 4 कोर्सेज हैं उनमें एडमिशन का पहला दिन है। विद्यार्थियों में उत्साह और उनकी तालियों से ही आपको ये उत्साह महसूस हो गया होगा कि किस तरह से जब भी विद्यार्थी अपने किसी विश्वविद्यालय या किसी कॉलेज में जाते हैं, जो पहला दिन होता है वो निश्चित तौर पर बहुत उत्साही होता है। दोस्तों अभी तकनीकी समस्या के चलते हम आपको भारत
Institute can always approach,
संपर्क जुड़ गया है।
as you have been said, told, Mr. Raghuvinder Chawla ji. Again, he can stand and actually, by the end of the session, he emerges as the most popular person in the institute. You have here canteen, which is subsidized canteen, provides good quality food, good quality snacks, tea, etc. You have an ATM also in the campus. We are making the campus Wi-Fi enabled, and I am hopeful that within next 15 days, this will be fully Wi-Fi enabled. Hostels, we have already made Wi-Fi enabled in the last couple of days. If you have any problems, you can approach us, because it is in the experimental stage, this Wi-Fi enabled campus, and any problem, I assure we will sort it out. Doctors visit every day the institute. There is fixed timing. There is a wellness center at gate number 2. That is the gate towards the hostel. Yeah. And we would display there. I think it is already displayed. We'll display the timings and the name of the doctors who generally visit. DG Saab has already introduced to the eminent psychologist who is available here in the institute. You can again once stand up. If you have any personal issues, you can always approach him. I will quickly tell you about now that we expect discipline from you, and there is a code of conduct for that. And I think almost all of you must have signed it. Is it so? You have gone through it? So this code of conduct is basically to benefit you, so that there is no disruption in your studies, in your practical, in your theory classes. I will read 2-3 relevant paras of this code of conduct. Then I will come to Ad and PR course as a course director for that course. Code of
दोस्तों फिर से किसी तकनीकी समस्या के चलते इस कार्यक्रम में बाधा उत्पन्न हुई। अभी कोशिश हो रही है कि सीधे आपको ये प्रसारण सुनवाएं, लेकिन जब तक संपर्क स्थापित नहीं होता है, आप प्रसारण नहीं सुन पाते हैं, तो आप हमारे जो दूसरे कार्यक्रम जो अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM पर आप सुनते हैं, आप वो सुनिएगा। और जैसे ही हमारा संपर्क सभागार से होता है, हम आपको सीधे ले चलेंगे भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के मंच पर। लेकिन फिलहाल अभी हम सुनते हैं अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM के बहुत से रोचक कार्यक्रम।
मेहरबान कदरदान साहिबान, कपूर हो या खान, यहाँ मिलेंगे सारे, आम लोग हो या सितारे, क्योंकि लग रहा है बातों का मेला। आइए चुप्पी की चुस्की पर बातों का शरबत मिलाइए, बातचीत की भेलपुरी खाइए, गुस्से के गुब्बारों पर सूझबूझ की गोली से निशाना लगाइए, सितारों की बातों पर गौर फरमाइए। कैसे? अरे ऐसे।
हाय, मैं हूं नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी। जितने भी चैलेंजेस हैं वो एक्सेप्ट करने चाहिए, क्योंकि लाइफ एक ही बार मिलती है आई थिंक, और इसमें जब तक अपनी मर्जी की चीज़ें ना कर जाए इंसान, तब तक लाइफ थोड़ा ही है।
हाय, मैं हूँ प्रियंका चोपड़ा। आई थिंक टीनेज साल जो होते हैं हर बच्चे के लिए बहुत मुश्किल होते हैं, क्योंकि आपको अभी समझ नहीं होती कि आप कौन हैं, आपकी इंडिविजुअल कैपेसिटी क्या है, आप क्या बन सकते हैं।
तो जवा भारत, हो जाओ तैयार, क्योंकि अब की बार आप भी बोलेंगे जोरदार। शो फुल ऑन निक्की पर, आरजे निक्की के साथ फुल ऑन।
हर कली चाहती है फूल बन के वो खिल सके, खुशबू बन के हवा में इस जहां से वो मिल सके। क्यों पूछते हो उनको क्यों है तिरस्कार, उनको भी चाहिए अब जीने का अधिकार। बेटियां ये बेटियां, बेटियां ये बेटियां।
बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ। अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM की तरफ से सभी सुनने वालों के लिए ये संदेश। अपना रेडियो अपनी बात।
आसान हो गई न्याय की राहें।
राष्ट्रीय विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण
अदालती कार्यवाही के लिए अच्छा वकील मुहैया कराता है,
वक्त पर हर संभव कानूनी सहायता और सलाह देता है,
लोक अदालतों के जरिए लंबित मामलों का तुरंत निपटारा करता है,
और वो भी बिल्कुल मुफ्त।
राष्ट्रीय विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण, बेहतर न्याय बेहतर समाज।
अधिक जानकारी के लिए निकटतम कोर्ट के विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण कार्यालय से संपर्क करें
या टोल फ्री नंबर 15100 पर फोन करें।
गई न्याय की राहें।
बच्चे, बूढ़े या महिला,
दलित, गरीब या विकलांग
किसी कानूनी मामले में फंस गए हैं आप और आपको चाहिए अच्छे वकील की सहायता,
तो साउथ दिल्ली लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटी है आपके साथ।
आपके काम आए,
कानूनी मामले सुलझाए।
सोमवार से शुक्रवार साकेत जिला अदालत के कमरा नंबर 309 में आए
या हमारी हेल्पलाइन पर फोन मिलाएं।
हेल्पलाइन नंबर है 12525 या 15100
12525 या 15100।
साउथ दिल्ली लीगल सर्विस अथॉरिटी
आपकी सेवा में।
नदिया तुम हमारी मैया हो, माँ के आंचल पे धब्बा क्यों कहते निर्मल शीतल जल में, कोई नाला क्यों कोई मलबा क्यों।
हमरे इतिहास की पुस्तक तुम, हमरे जीवन की रक्षक तुम।
सब उठो कि नदियाँ बहती रहे, कुछ करो कि नदियाँ बहती रहे, भारत की कहानी कहती रहे, भारत की कहानी कहती रहे।
नदिया तुम हमारी मैया हो।
पानी भरो नाला लुधिया सिमाला, पानी भरो नाला लुधिया सिमाला, गई जैसी मार्ग छा निंदा करग छा घाला रे। और रात की बखुली है गए काबा छा आला, मकड़ी खजलो तुमरो ओ निंदा यो तुमरो कुलाला। तिलगा तेरी लंबी लटीटा सारा का पुना ओ काये बजनी है जो टूटी जाने गुना। ओ तिलगा तेरी लंबी लटीटा सारा का पुना ओ काये बजनी है जो टूटी जाने गुना। ओ तिलगा तेरी लंबी लटीटा सारा का पुना ओ काये बजनी है जो टूटी जाने गुना। दारे अब ठेकी तालो छाछो बुढ़ भैंसू भ्याछो, टुई जाछो पुकी जाछो मदियो का जाछो। अब होशिया परानी तेरी मर्दादी कलजू खा जाछो। ओ तिलगा तिलंबी लटीटा सारा का पुन ओ तिलगा तिलंबी लटीटा सारा का पुना ओ बुकाई बजनी है जो टूटी जाने पिता सारा रघुना वो काई भजन है तो टूटी जाने गुण वो काई भजन है तो टूटी जाने गुना।
यूं तो ये इंसान खुली हवा में आजादी की सांस लेता है, लेकिन शराब की ये लत उसे अपना गुलाम बनाए हुए है। क्या ये दर्दनाक तड़प ये बताने के लिए काफी नहीं है कि शराब एक जहर से कम नहीं?
अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम की तरफ से सभी सुनने वालों के लिए ये संदेश। अपना रेडियो, अपनी बात।
दोस्तों, आपको कैसे लगते हैं अपना रेडियो 96.9 एफएम पर सुनवाए जाने वाले कार्यक्रम? हमें बताइए, हमें फोन कीजिए। नंबर है 011-2674-2378। नंबर एक बार फिर से सुन लीजिए, 011-2674-2378। सरसों का हम कई तरह से इस्तेमाल करते हैं। सरसों के तेल का तो हम ज्यादातर खाना पकाने में प्रयोग करते ही हैं, और सरसों का साग किसे पसंद नहीं है। सरसों की बात आई तो मेरे मुंह में भी पानी टपक गया। तो चलिए आपको सरसों के बारे में और जानकारी देते हैं और सुनते हैं विज्ञान प्रसार का ये खास कार्यक्रम। इस कार्यक्रम में इन दिनों हम आपको अलग अलग मसालों के बारे में बता रहे हैं। आज बारी है सरसों की, तो आइए जानते हैं सरसों के बारे में।
विज्ञान प्रसार प्रस्तुत करता है रेडियो धारावाहिक मसाले।
आलू मिर्ची चाय जी कौन कहाँ से आए जी, आलू मिर्ची चाय जी कौन कहाँ से आए जी, 7 समंदर पार से, दुनिया के बाजार से, व्यापार से, उपहार से, जंग लड़ाई मार से, हर रास्ते से आए जी, आलू मिर्ची चाय जी कौन कहाँ से आए जी, आलू मिर्ची चाय जी कौन कहाँ से आए जी, आलू मिर्ची चाय जी कौन कहाँ से आए।
क्यों आपको हैरानी हो रही होगी ना ये जानकर कि जो मिर्च मसाले हम सालों से अपने खाने में इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं,
of being a journalist,
हमारे यहाँ कभी पैदा ही ना हो,
and that comes with,
बस किसी संजोग से ही हम तक पहुँचे।
I think, something experiencing certain things, coming from your own reflection, and I think that really gives you a different cut over and above rest. And I think that's what we will be honing, shaping, and I think you should cherish those ideas, and that come only when you reflect, read. And I suppose what you read is your screen on your mobile. And I would rather that, even if that's a gateway to knowledge, let it be. I mean, if you read whichever medium you take on, I think that's what counts. And I'm not going to spend much time. I think you've already been given a lot of briefing about what you need to do and be mindful. But I think I'll like to say celebrate. Celebrate your time here. And that's the essence. Enjoy doing what you're doing. And that also includes being in the class. And one more thing, I think the nature of teaching needs to change, because the nature of students has changed. And that is to say that we should have more interactive sessions. Let people say, let people express, and that's communication. I'm also looking at watch, and I like to perhaps when when I'm with you in sessions, perhaps we'll have more scope for interactions, because I know it. There are a lot of studies, research, because I was introduced as being a professor of research, and I can't really help bringing research into talking about how I look at communication. And this is to say that, you know, we've been talking to you and you've been just sitting there, like sitting ducks. And I'm sure that you're listening, but after a while, research says that, you know, the listening curve comes down, okay? So this is actually a hint to rest of my colleagues who will follow me, that we'll like to keep it short and sweet. And I was also asked to mention a little bit about my role as a chairperson of Women's Cell, which tries to oversee complaints, problems. I think it's all about relationships, okay? So I would like to put it this way. I prefer coining different words. I'm little averse to carrying on the hegemony of very archaic words, because I think, you know, every day we learn something new, and young people, I think, are the best ambassadors for introducing new vocabulary, new ways of looking at things. And I would expect that whatever teaching comes your way, try to add a new perspective. So, welcome to IIMC, and I'm sure you're going to experience and also make new friends. And I was thinking, you know, it's probably the only institution in the country where you have a confluence of ideas, cultures, experiences, because we also have our friends from different countries, from the developing regions of the world. And you should really find out more about the kind of journalism which is practiced in these countries, and get to know more about them. And I'm sure that with, of course, permission from Dr. Anand Pradhan, that they should also have some kind of, you know, probably a meeting with students, because you write in English and the EJ or the broadcasting, you know, how it works in other countries, because we know in Africa and maybe in some parts of Latin America, from where some of our colleagues would be from there, the press or journalism has a lot to gain from what India has experienced. But I think I've been part of Africa Highway, you know, a good gathering of African journalists, and I was amazed. It happened in South Africa. I looked at the kind of work which is being done by, I mean, from sitting here, we have that kind of a perception that, you know, Africa is still kind of far away. And far away means, you know, far away both in terms of physically and also in terms of, you know, how they have progressed, especially in the area of media and journalism. But I was surprised that the kind of technology interface that they have introduced, the kind of work that they do, the challenges a lot of journalists face there in terms of, you know, even life-threatening, which, of course, DG mentioned that India, as part of the Freedom of Press Index, is we still have to catch up. Though this is a democratic country, we have a lot of opportunities, and I see there are more women, and which says that, you know, women find journalism an interesting place where they can make some kind of a dent, because it's still a male's you know, domain. And I think, don't become like men, be yourself. I think we require that kind of perspective which is missing, and I think more women can bring a more wholesome approach to how journalism is practiced and what is covered. And that's, I think you will be adding to that. Thank you very much to listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Just, we are very thankful to you. You have given our students this insight that how to do celebration with learning. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite हेमंत जोशी सर, हमारे हिंदी और उर्दू के कोर्स डायरेक्टर. A big round of applause.
आप सभी को बधाई कि आप भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के में प्रशिक्षण के लिए सफल होकर यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं. I also wish my best wishes to the students of development journalism course who have come. और जो यहाँ उपस्थित हैं केवल उन्हीं के लिए नहीं, विशेषकर जैसा अभी महानिदेशक महोदय ने बताया, जो मराठी और मलयालम के विद्यार्थी हमारी अलग अलग शाखाओं में आ गए हैं, उनको भी मैं बधाई देता हूं। इसका एक कारण ये भी है कि जब मैं इस संस्थान में आया था तो जिस विभाग को हम हिंदी विभाग कहते हैं वो हिंदी विभाग असली में नहीं है, वो भारतीय भाषा विभाग है। और क्योंकि आरंभ में सब भाषाएं नहीं लाई जा सकती थी, क्योंकि हिंदी राजभाषा भी थी हमारी, इसलिए उसमें हमने पहला पाठ्यक्रम शुरू किया। और धीरे धीरे सारी भारतीय भाषाओं के पाठ्यक्रम यहीं से शुरू होने चाहिए थे, और इसकी पहल उड़ीसा से हुई। उड़िया में पहला एक पाठ्यक्रम हुआ और अब 2 और हो गए हैं। और ये मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि अब 1 आध साल बाद मैं तो यहाँ इस संस्थान में नहीं रहूँगा, लेकिन जो लोग इस पूरी प्रक्रिया में जुड़े हैं उन लोगों के लिए एक बात अवश्य कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये समय ऐसा नहीं है कि हम 1 या 2 हमारे जो शाखाएं खुल रही हैं उनमें भारतीय भाषाओं के पाठ्यक्रम चलाएं। हमें ये पहल करनी चाहिए कि सारी भारतीय भाषाओं में इकट्ठे हमें पाठ्यक्रम देने चाहिए। जो छूट गई हैं, बंगला है, गुजराती है, महत्वपूर्ण भाषाएं हैं जिनमें अच्छी पत्रकारिता हो रही है और उनके लिए हम कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं। ये पहल इसलिए नहीं होनी चाहिए कि हमारा एक केंद्र वहां खुल गया। पहल ये होनी चाहिए कि अब हम भले ही दिल्ली से चाहे वहां पर जाकर नियमित रूप से कोई पाठ्यक्रम उन भारतीय भाषाओं को भी दें, तभी हम भारतीय भाषाओं की पत्रकारिता जो इस समय अंग्रेजी से बहुत ज़्यादा सशक्त है उसको चला सकेंगे। ये समय मेरे जो हिंदी पत्रकारिता के विद्यार्थी हैं उनसे मैं सोमवार को जब मिलूंगा तो पूरे पाठ्यक्रम की चर्चा उनसे करूंगा। यहाँ केवल उनसे इस बारे में बात करने से बाकी लोग आप परेशान होंगे। तो यहाँ मैं कुछ बातें सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो जगह है, इस जगह में 2 चीज़ जिसका गीता जी ने उल्लेख किया, तो कौशल और बुद्धि, इन 2 चीज़ों का विकास यहाँ पर होता है। और ये बार बार ये कहना कि कौशल महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, बुद्धि महत्वपूर्ण है, ये मुझे ठीक नहीं लगता। ये प्रशिक्षण संस्थान है, यहाँ पर अगर आपको कंप्यूटर में काम करना ठीक से नहीं आएगा, अगर आपको टंकण ठीक से नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि टंकण इसलिए आवश्यक है कि आप फेसबुक में काम करें चाहे व्हाट्सएप में काम करें, और मैं उन लोगों के लिए बोल रहा हूँ विशेषकर, अंग्रेजी में तो सब लोग जल्दी से वरदहस्त हो जाते हैं, भारतीय भाषाओं में ये दिक्कत है। अभी कुछ दिनों पहले जब मराठी का सिलेबस बन रहा था तो वहाँ से जो पूरा सिलेबस बन के आया था मराठी में, वो यहाँ हम दिल्ली में उसका प्रिंट आउट नहीं ले पा रहे थे। ऐसा क्यों? ऐसा इसलिए कि जो लोग मराठी में टाइप कर सकते हैं कंप्यूटर में, उनको इस चीज़ का ज्ञान नहीं है कि यूनिकोड क्या है और यूनिकोड में मराठी कैसे टाइप की जाती है, इसलिए ये समस्याएं आती हैं। तो ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चीज़ है, कौशल की चीज़ है। आपको पेज बनाना आना चाहिए, आपको रिपोर्टिंग के भी कौशल जो है वो सीखने आवश्यक हैं। तो कौशल उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है जितनी आपकी बौद्धिक और मानसिक विकास, दोनों एक दूसरे से अलग नहीं किए जा सकते। कहा जाता है कि थ्योरी और प्रैक्टिस जो है वो थ्योरी और प्रैक्टिस दोनों का मिला जुला रूप है। तो इसी तरह से हमारे यहाँ भी दोनों चीज़ों को साथ लेके चलना पड़ेगा। भाषा के बारे में 2 बातें मैं कह के अपनी बात समाप्त करूँगा। एक तो ये कि भाषा से हम ज़्यादातर ये समझते हैं कि लिखना, पढ़ना, बोलना आता है कि नहीं। तो ये सबको आता है, अपनी अपनी भाषाओं में सबको आता है, और हम लोगों को थोड़ा बहुत अंग्रेजी में भी आता है, और मुझे थोड़ा बहुत फ्रांसीसी में भी आता है। तो ये केवल पर्याप्त नहीं है। भाषा वो आपके मानसिक प्रक्रिया का वो हिस्सा है जो कि लगभग वैसा है जैसा कि सांस लेना। मनुष्य जो है वो बिना बोले या लिखे रह नहीं पाता। तो कितना समय आप अपना जो है लिखने बोलने में अगर व्यतीत करते हैं, अगर वो देखेंगे तो आप जानेंगे कि क्या महत्व है भाषा का, और उस भाषा का जो महत्व है उसको हम कितना समझते हैं अभी कुछ दिनों पहले मैंने एक कहीं सुना, कहा जा रहा था कि संस्कृत बहुत वैज्ञानिक भाषा है। जनाब, कोई भी भाषा वैज्ञानिक नहीं होती। भाषा भाषा होती है, भाषा की व्याख्या वैज्ञानिक होती है। उसको हम कैसे व्याख्यायित करते हैं, कैसे उसको वर्णित करते हैं, वो वैज्ञानिक है। आज एक शास्त्र का नाम है भाषा विज्ञान। भाषा विज्ञान वो शास्त्र है जो कि भाषाओं की वैज्ञानिक समझ पैदा करता है। मुझे लगता है कि आप लोगों को, क्योंकि पत्रकार बनना है, इसलिए आपको इस सैद्धांतिक विषय में बहुत दूर तक नहीं ले जाना चाहिए, लेकिन थोड़ा बहुत ज्ञान अगर आप भाषा विज्ञान का भी रखेंगे तो आप समझेंगे कि जिस भाषा का आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो क्या है। संप्रेषण की बात कर रही थी प्रोफेसर गीता। एक उदाहरण देता हूं, अभी आप लोग ने शायद नहीं देखा होगा, ये सामने जो बोतलें रखी हैं इसमें लिखा हुआ है देजा ब्लू। देजा ब्लू, ये देजा ब्लू किसकी ओर इशारा कर रहा है? देजा व्यू की तरफ। आप में से कितने लोग जानते हैं देजा व्यू क्या है? तो इतने ही लोग इस बोतल का पानी पी सकेंगे। भारत में संप्रेषण, भारत में एक ऐसी बोतल में पानी पिलाने में जो संप्रेषण इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है वो एक ऐसी भाषा से लिया जा रहा है जिसको कि भारत में जानने वाले नहीं है, अंग्रेजी जानने वाले तब भी ज्यादा हैं। देजा व्यू, हालांकि अंग्रेजी वाले जानते हैं, एक फ्रांसीसी उक्ति है, ऑलरेडी सीन। इसमें एक पेजोरेटिव मीनिंग भी है जिसकी तरफ मैं इशारा करना चाहता हूं। ये केवल ये नहीं है कि ऑलरेडी सीन। ऑलरेडी सीन मतलब कोई उसमें कोई वो नहीं है। विज्ञापन हर चीज उस चीज का विज्ञापन करता है जो यूनिक हो, जो नई हो, नया लक्ष्य। और यहां तो कहा जा रहा है देजा व्यू। देजा व्यू से देजा ब्लू जिसने बनाया, उसकी मानसिक समझ संचार की, भाषा की, उसको अगर आप पढ़ेंगे तो आप कल एक और अच्छा शीर्षक दे सकेंगे। आजकल समस्या इस समय यह है मीडिया की, खासकर टेलीविजन और उसके बाद न्यू मीडिया आ जाने के बाद भाषा का इतना लोकतांत्रिकरण हुआ है, संप्रेषण का इतना लोकतांत्रिकरण हुआ है कि उसकी स्तरीयता भी समाप्त होती चली जा रही है। भाषा भाषा भी रह जाएगी कि नहीं रह जाएगी, इस पे संदेह होने लगा है। जिस तरह के हिंदी लोग लिखते हैं, और चलिए हिंदी में अंग्रेजी मिलाएं ना मिलाएं, एक बात बताऊं, अभी आजकल बरसात का मौसम है, हर जगह बहुत पानी भर रहा है, तो लोग लिख रहे हैं भोपाल पानी पानी, नागपुर पानी पानी। आप अगर ये देखें कि पानी पानी हो जाने का मतलब होता है शर्मसार होना, और मीडिया धड़ल्ले से हेडलाइन बना रहा है भोपाल में पानी पानी। ये एक सही वाक्य हो सकता है, भोपाल में पानी पानी, लेकिन भोपाल पानी पानी मतलब ये हो गया भोपाल शर्मसार हो गया, है ना। कबीर की उक्ति याद कीजिए, है ना, रहीमन पानी राखिए बिन पानी सब सून, है ना, पानी गए न उबरे मोती मानस चून। पानी के कई अर्थ हैं, उन अर्थों को कौन खोलेगा? और उन अर्थों को बताने का अगर व्याकरणिक तरीका हम इस्तेमाल करने लगे तो आप सब लोग बोर हो जाएंगे। तो आपको एक नए तरीके से भाषा की तरफ दोबारा ले जाना चाहिए हम लोगों को, और यहीं पर भाषा विज्ञान थोड़ा बहुत मदद करता है। तो आज के व्याख्यान में इतना काफी है। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया सर। और जैसा कि मैंने आप लोगों को पहले ही बताया, IIMC बिलीव्स दैट कि प्रश्न है मौन का नवाद का, प्रश्न है इंसान से इंसान के संवाद का, और प्रश्न है गीता का, प्रश्न है कुरान का, प्रश्न है प्यार और मोहब्बत के पैगाम का। तो IIMC को हम लोग इसलिए जानते हैं कि यहाँ हम एकता की, इंटीग्रिटी की बात करते हैं। नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट डॉक्टर आनंद प्रधान जी to speak on development journalism. He is course director of development journalism. Sir, welcome you.
Good afternoon. We started it with good morning. Now it's good afternoon, lunchtime. So I will not take much time. It's indeed pleasure for me also to welcome you all to this amazing community. We call it IIMCians. I will not take much time, but I will certainly, as a teacher, I have to say something to you about journalism. I will be teaching you media ethics, media regulation, freedom of speech and expression, feature writing, interview styles, news concepts. For me, journalism is all about being critical. So critical thinking is very important. Critically examining everything is very important. I'm not just lecturing, because as a teacher, I certainly believe what Buddha said, that be your own light. Atma Deepo Bhava. Find your own path. We as a teacher can only guide you, can share our experiences with you, but you have to find your ways. Be inquisitive. I think that is most important quality of any communicator or journalist. Ask questions. Asking questions is very important, very crucial for any journalist or communicator. Either you are in public relation or advertising or in journalism or in development journalism. These are 3-4 things for me which is very important in the area of communication. I will not go in detail what also I think about journalism. Let me tell you briefly about the course Development Journalism. It's basically a flagship program in IIMC, which is sponsored by Ministry of External Affairs. Our scholars, they are mid-career journalists, public relation officers, information officer working with government. Some of them, one at least, who is working in media university in his country. So we are running this course for more than 40 years of 4 decades. And we have already trained more than 1,600 students from 127 countries. They are not students actually, they are scholars, because they have already gone through that process of learning, but learning is lifelong, and they are here for mid-career training program. This course is actually sponsored under the Indian Technical Cooperation, Economic and Cooperation, and a Special Commonwealth African Assistance Plan of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. This course, which is of 4-month duration, this is 4-month duration. Your course, other PG diploma courses are of 9-10-month course, but this one is of 4-month duration. And we organize this twice in a year. So one course is from January to April, another is from August to December. So this is 68 diploma program in development journalism. Their scholars are here. There are total 25 scholars in this batch from 18 countries, ranging from Afghanistan to Zambia, from A to Z. Already, I think 19 scholars are here by afternoon or evening. Majority of them will be here. I certainly agree with Professor Bamjai's suggestion. For PG diploma students, either from advertising PR or from English journalism, from Hindi journalism, from radio and television journalism, or Urdu journalism, is great opportunity for you all to interact with our DJ scholars. Also be their guide, local guide, because they are coming from different country. Some of you, if you agree to volunteer, I would be really happy, because taking them to market or showing them Delhi or teaching them or interacting with them about our culture would be really great idea. And it would be a great experience for you also, our students from different PG diploma programs, because you will learn about those countries like Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Cambodia, Cameroon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Mauritius, Namibia, Niger, Senegal, Sri Lanka, Tajikistan, Tanzania, Vietnam, and Zambia. So it's a great experience for all of you. Friends, this program is basically a very niche program in development journalism, where we teach or interact with our scholars on theoretical as well as practical part of development discourse, or the discourses related to development issues. India is a developing country like other scholars from developing country. So the degree of diversity present in this course is also great. It spans nationality, gender, age, education, religion, work experience, and other dimensions. I will not go in detail. I will conclude here. I will have opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for inspiring our students to be critical, and they have to be their own light. I would like to invite Sunetra Narayan ma'am, Dr. Sunetra Narayan ma'am, to speak on digital media. She is head of publication and head of National Media Faculty Development Center. Give her a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu Priya. At the outset, I'd like to welcome all of you. It's so nice to see your bright and shining faces. I hope 1 year later they are equally, full of optimism and plus whatever we've added in the way of knowledge and skill. On a more serious note, as Anand said, what you ultimately get from your year here is perhaps a multiply of what you put in and what we as teachers put in. So just since we don't have too much time, some of the most important things that will perhaps be a moral compass to you in the days to come in your career, in your lives, are perhaps a sense of intellectual curiosity, which is required for teachers, a social conscience. We are a country which still has great disparities in many facets of our life, and a burning desire to learn, to excel, a desire for excellence in whatever path you take. These are very broad principles, but they can be something you can build your life around. So we can't really teach you, for example, integrity or honesty. These things are, within. But certainly we can help you with the easier bits. Those are the knowledge bits. Skills are always something that will change over time. What is a skill today may not be that valuable tomorrow, but the knowledge, the foundation, the bedrock of your knowledge is going to be something which is a foundation that you're going to build on through your life, whether you change your path, whether you change your job. But certain principles that are, one of the most valuable things is, in fact, the ability to learn, and with technology changing as fast as it is, the ability to learn even technology is, it's a very valuable skill. Journalism has changed in the last few years, partly because it's technology driven. But one other word, as Anand said, critical thinking is very important. So be skeptical always, not cynical, but skeptical is a good thing to aim for. To decode a situation, an idea, a philosophy is important. It's important to keep in touch with people from different walks of life as you progress, because it keeps you grounded also. but not too much over here, because we will be interacting. I will be teaching you possibly international communication, development communication, and some part of academic writing. But we are always there for you. If you want to interact with us, you're welcome to drop by our offices, come and meet us. If you want to exchange ideas, we are always, open to meeting any of you all. You don't need to be formal. We are part of your family now. A little bit about digital media, since I've been requested. Some of us in the faculty have been working in this area of new media, as it's more broadly called a digital media, as the term is evolving today. We've done research in it, we teach it. Dr. Anubhuti Yadav is not here. She teaches that main area, but I also teach some part of it, and some of us have been engaged in research on it. It's a very cutting edge part of your curriculum, which is every year that's one part of the curriculum which in fact gets updated, because it's changing so fast. So these are some of the kind of things you'll be exposed to here. A little bit about publications. We're proud that IIMC has a tradition of academic scholarship in very old and established journals, one in Hindi, one in English. If you have an academic bent of mind, don't be intimidated. Please write for our journals. They do require citation, referencing, and so on. But you can start with a small book review, and if you feel more confident, you can attempt a proper research-based article, and department, we'd be happy to look at it. If you're even more ambitious, we plan to take out a lot of books from our publications division. Maybe you can put together a chapter for a book, or if you feel really confident, you have a lot of thoughts, you can come and meet me for the ideas for a book proposal. But that's hard work, because I don't know how much time you'll get. I don't want to take too much time, because I think we are already into the lunch hour, but we are very happy to be here to interact with all of you, and a special warm welcome to the development journalism scholars who come from further away than the rest of you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your insight. Now, I would like to invite Nimish Rastagi, sir. He's associate professor. He's an IIS officer. Sir, we want your words of wisdom.
Good afternoon, everybody. कैसा लग रहा है आपको IIMC आकर? That is a very standard journalist question. कैसा feel हो रहा है आपको? No, so don't be a journalist like that. If you're feeling good, then just clap. सर तो अच्छा है, बट बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं लग रहा आपको. थोड़ा और अच्छा लगता तो अच्छा था. एक बार और क्लैप करिए. मैं स्वागत करता हूं आप सबका भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान, popularly called as IIMC. Like it or not, you have to start taking yourself seriously now. People outside will look at you as a student of IIMC. आप अचानक बड़े हो गए हैं. बाहर जाएंगे तो लोग आपको जज करेंगे कि ये IIMC के स्टूडेंट हैं. And the expectations from you would be higher. So you have the best of 10 months of your life here, including an internship. You have some great faculty. You have the visionary leadership of our Director General, who is himself an eminent journalist. Take advantage of that. Attend to your classes. Bunk classes once in a while. Maintain that 75% ratio. I know ADG sir is not happy. But bunk classes to do something better. I said that in a lighter vein, but attend all your classes. There is something to learn from every faculty member. Trust me, the faculty member is only as good as you want him or her to be. So ask questions, as one of the panelists said here. And because if you are demanding, you will get the best out of the faculty. And the faculty also learns a lot from you. None of us knows things that you know. Some of them may not be very good, but I mean, still. So when you get out of this institution, just test yourself while you are in this institution for the next few months. Test your values. Are you a credible journalist? Are you a journalist of integrity? Are you objective? Are you rational? These are the values against which you have to test yourself. So when you get out of this place and step into the real world, you have to judge your own self that, am I a credible journalist? Am I a journalist of integrity? Am I objective? Am I opinionated? So try and do that. And IIMC will provide you all the infrastructure, the ecosystem to test yourself, to indulge in a rigorous exercise. At the same time, a lot of fun, lot of cultural activities. So here in this institution, I am looking after, under the leadership of ADG sir, the information service training. And sometimes I often teach in the journalism courses, and I think the DG has directed that all of us have to take classes now. So I would be in some kind of a split personality kind of syndrome, right? So when you're teaching the information service people, you're telling them how to scare away the journalist. And when you're teaching the journalists, you're telling them how to scare the government officers, the politicians. So it's an interesting role. And sometimes DG and ADG also lead me towards multiple personality. They ask me to take on some admin work, so I become a bureaucrat. That is what you all have to do. I mean, the world is not simple. It's becoming more and more complicated. You have to be at least good at 3, 4, 5 things, but you have to be very, very good at the basics. So enjoy your time here. Now it's only Chuk sir and Chuk sir between you and the samosas. So I leave the floor to the next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. Now we invite Shri Rajendra Chuk sir to speak on community radio. He's head of programming, 96.9 FM, Apna Radio, and course coordinator for RTV.
नमस्कार। ये इत्तेफाक था, आना नहीं चाहता था रेडियो पत्रकारिता में, इत्तेफाक से आ गया। ये भी एक इत्तेफाक था कि रिटायरमेंट के बाद आईआईएमसी में, और ये इत्तेफाक नहीं होगा कि मैं आपके साथ रेडियो जर्नलिज्म की क्लासेस में मिलूंगा, रेडियो पत्रकारिता के बारे में हम बातें करेंगे, और ख़ास तौर पर जिस बात पर अभी डीजी साहब ने जोर भी दिया, कम्युनिटी रेडियो के ऊपर हम ज़्यादातर बातें करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारा अपना एक कम्युनिटी रेडियो है जिसका नाम अभी डीजी साहब ने बताया भी, अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM। मैं सिर्फ एक बात कहना चाहता हूं, अभी निमिष ने कहा कि आई एम द लास्ट स्पीकर। मैं मंच और लंच के बीच ज़्यादा देर नहीं टिकूंगा आपके साथ। एक चीज जिसकी तरफ इशारा प्रोफेसर हेमंत जोशी ने किया भाषा के ऊपर, डीजी साहब भी चाहते हैं कि इस बार से हम लैंग्वेज वर्कशॉप्स शुरू करें स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, और हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं हिंदी, अंग्रेजी, उर्दू के लिए लैंग्वेज वर्कशॉप्स को प्लान करें। लेट अस सी कि किस तरीके से वो प्लान जो है वो ग्राउंड पर उतरती है। तो बाकी बातें जब क्लास में होंगे तो करेंगे। फिलहाल फिर से नमस्कार।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपका। संक्षिप्त होने के लिए नहीं, बहुत अच्छा आपने बोला, इसलिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हमारे साथ हैं कार्तिक गुप्ता जी, क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट। यू कैन मीट इन हिज ऑफिस इन द कैंपस टिल 3, and before leaving for your small refreshment which is arranged outside, from all the faculty members, our DG sir and our ADG sir, मैं 2 पंक्तियां आप लोग के लिए कहना चाहूंगी। बच्चों, बहुत इमोशनल हो रही हूँ आपको देखकर, अपना दिन याद आ रहा है कि बच्चों तुम राग हो, रंग हो, राग रंग संग हो, दर्द और उमंग हो, साज और तरंग हो त्याग और तृप्ति, गहन कल्पनाओं की सहज अभिव्यक्ति। तुम हो बूंद, तुम हो सरिता, तुम हो छंद, तुम हो कविता, तुम हो गीत, तुम गजल, तुम कठोर, तुम सरल, झूमती बहार हो, तुम प्रेम का उद्गार। कोई पूछे तुम हो कौन, कहना शब्द और मौन, काल की हो दृष्टि, तुम हो पूरी सृष्टि। यू आर द यूनिवर्स, क्लैप फॉर योरसेल्फ। वेलकम टू IIMC। Heartiest welcome from all of us to IIMC. Refreshment wait kar raha hai bahar. You can go and enjoy. And after that, till 2:30, you have to go to your respective classes. And whosoever is interested in our inauguration session of Marathi journalism, you can join us in mini auditorium. Thank you.
दोस्तों 2017-18 भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के शैक्षणिक सत्र का आप उद्घाटन समारोह का सीधा प्रसारण भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान के सभागार से सुन रहे थे। आपको यह भी बता दें कि 3 बजे से आप भारतीय जनसंचार संस्थान में मराठी पत्रकारिता के उद्घाटन समारोह का सीधा प्रसारण भी अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM से लाइव सुनेंगे। तो इस कार्यक्रम के बाद हम आपको अब लिए चलते हैं अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM के दूसरे कार्यक्रमों की तरफ। तो आप सुनिए अपना रेडियो 96.9 FM के रोचक कार्यक्रम।